Hi, welcome back to the rural project. Okay, so I'm back down at the Gulley again. So I was here yesterday, but I spent the day actually putting in saplings and trees, as you can see here. So these are all trees that I've sort of grown from seed at home. They've been in the back of the house for a couple of years now. So mostly eucalypts, although I have put a couple of oak trees in, and we'll see how these grow. I think it'll look absolutely fantastic down here, with the sort of trees, more trees off to the side, and there, and then up past the excavator out towards the dam. I've put a couple of jacaranda trees in there, and then a few more eucalypts. So what we are going to do today is the tree that broke the 462. We're going to reap a little bit of revenge on that today. So I've got the 362 down here, so we're going to cut off a couple of branches. We're going to cut that trunk in too, so I can lift it with the excavator, and then we'll get it out of here and take it to the landing area. So that's what we have. I've got the excavator and just held it really. It's just to stop it rolling down the hill, and then I'll do my second cut there. The first cut will be taking off just the tops of the branches, so that when that falls, it doesn't go smash my new fence and tree that I've just put in. So we'll take that off first, just into small pieces. Then there'll be a piece up to there, and then this piece, which will be nice and big. It's nice and solid wood. Really is nice solid wood. A couple of branches up the top there which need to just be dragged down, and then this whole area will be complete. Right, let's get into it. Okay, we'll just take some of these small branches down first. I want to do them small enough so that when they do hit the floor and roll, they don't smash that fence into pieces. More importantly, they don't smash that young oak tree. Okay, so we have that tree cut. Oh, you can see the cut just there. I think it went all the way through, but I actually can't see underneath, so it must have done looking at the way it's moved. But we will go grab this part of the trunk now lifted out of the way. Hopefully if it is connected, any connection there will break off, and we'll take this one back to the landing area and come back up here to pick up this piece. And I think the rest of that stuff we'll drag down, and we'll have a look at it, see if it's worth saving. Like I say, I'm being pretty ruthless here. If it's not really good firewood and quite a size, if it's not worth me going backwards and forwards with the excavator, I'm not taking it. It's all going in these burn piles. And we are going to have some seriously good bonfires when the time is right. Dragged out, see what I can lift.
It's a strain cat. Engines are overloading. More power.
I'm giving it all she's got, Captain. If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
This will be a slow drive back. This one big heavy log. Really happy with this one. It's nice and solid. I need to traverse this all the way back up there, so we'll go nice and steady and drop it off and then be back in a minute. Steady. It's actually maybe just too big for me to be lifting and manoeuvring around here. I'm bouncing all over the place. I'm sure I'm going to end up doing some damage. So what I might do is get the chainsaw out. I think I might just knock this end off, which is the biggest and heaviest part. Now let's do that. Right, that went really well, as you saw, just dropping the wedge in there. Made sure that the log didn't close in on itself. And this is one seriously nice piece of wood. It does feel wet. It does feel, it feels damp. That is one nice piece of wood. No wonder the excavator is struggling to lift that. This piece, the end piece, the butt, is an absolute lump. Okay, taking the log to the log pile, take two. Let's have a little crack at picking this one up. So even though it's nowhere near the diameter of the last log, there's still a lot of weight in this. Like I say, it's a very heavy, dense, solid eucalyptus tree. This. So let's grab a hold and get this one back to the landing area. I can really feel the weight of that thing. This excavator feels pretty tippy with all that on it, which is strange because I've lifted some logs that looked an awful lot bigger than that, but you can never tell just how dense they are. Right, let's get this one back to the landing area as well. Nice and slow. This area is way too full for me to start lifting more and more logs in. So I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to lower this one down here, hopefully try and stop it rolling onto the path, and we'll go get the next couple. Okay, so that's the last log taken. So the last thing I need to do now is drag a couple of these smaller ones down. Let's get into that now. Okay, now all is left to do, and I say all, it's not all, there's still quite a bit of work in it. You've got to clear the rest of the rubbish trees and waste that's on the side of this hill. So what I'm talking about is all the branches here, they just need to be thrown down into the burn pile. A lot of rubbish up here, as you can see. And then where that tree fell, this is a lot of the waste branches that snapped off. So we'll go through all those. I'll grab the chainsaw, we'll cut some of these up so they're manageable by hand. Grab hold of these and get them thrown down the hill into the burn pile. And for that, we really need a time lapse. So 3, 2, 1, time lapse. Okay, we are done. As you can see, a huge improvement. The only thing left to do now is basically put those logs down that are in the excavator there, lower those onto the ground, and there's a couple of others that I've picked out that are worth saving, so we'll pick up those and take them back to the landing area there where the car is. I'm very happy with this. It looks awesome. You know, I say it looks awesome. It looks 100 times better than it did, and now it just needs time to kind of heal itself a little bit. So this is the bush that I am having lots of hassles with. So we know it as Chinese bush, or the nickname we have is wolf bush, because you put a match to it and woof, it goes up in flames like crazy. And yeah, this stuff, it kind of, any disturbed earth or any really rough areas, it grows where nothing else does. And we call this side of the hill the barren side because there's not a lot on it. You don't get much grass, and it's full of this Chinese bush, as you can see. And then you get to the gully, and then up the other side there is very little of it. There's a few pieces starting to come in, but yeah, very interesting. So I think in the future, I've been looking into this, so this Chinese bush, we're going to try and eradicate it on this side. It'd be a case of getting one of those like circular saws for the land clearing saw, for the brush cutter, and going around and just cutting all these off as low to the ground as possible. And if you cut them down low, they don't regrow. So cut them down low, let all the leaves fall off, and then collect all the branches and just have a bit of a fire at some point. But as you can tell, it's going to be a huge undertaking, but over the few years I've had this land, this stuff has gone wild on this side, so I certainly need to get in there and get it all cleared out. But I'm going to call it here for this video. Really happy with today's work. Came down here, we got rid of the big tree, we've cleared this portion of land. I'm going to yeah, take these last few logs up there and call it for today. Before I do head home, I'll go and water all these new plants, but that's a job that's not worth videoing. Right, I will see you next time on the Rural Project. Okay, so I have just lifted up the last of the logs. So this is the wood pile as it stands now. It's a lot of wood, there's a huge amount for me. There's another burn pile there, and this is some really nice solid big timber here. Right, you know what we're going to be doing through the middle of winter?